Hello, Floss Tube. It is a gorgeous Monday, and it's time to give you an update. So I've been kind of missing from Floss Tube lately because I was working on model, and I can't show you that. So I really didn't have anything to share. But I finished the model and returned it to Karen. Super excited to see when that comes out because it's amazing. And I got to get some of my own stitching in. So I'm going to show you whips first and finish with a recent whip and a finish, and then show you the grand plan that I have for those. So I will start with, this was a kit by RTO, and I picked it up on 123 Stitch. I picked it up before Easter. I was kind of hoping it would be an Easter project. No such luck. I mean, I worked on it, but I actually swapped out, instead of stitching it on the white Aida, I am stitching it on this mystery even weave that I had, and this is all I have done. So there are a lot more thread changes than I thought there were, color changes, small areas of stitching. I still enjoy it very much, but it's not as quick of a stitch as I was hoping. But it's adorable. I'll get it done eventually. It was a nice little piece for me to stitch in April. I think I worked on it mostly in April, maybe a little bit in March too. Next I have a project I've been working on for multiple years, and it's finally almost done. So this is, oh dear, I'm hitting the space bar on my computer is behind my setup here. I'm glad that didn't like send the conversation. I bet I should lock this. Okay, so now my Windows is locked and I won't send random messages to people on my Teams chat. So this was started for a friend for her wedding. I stood up in her wedding, and the wedding was in September of 2019. I'm just a little bit behind. This was her wedding gift. But I pulled this out to work on the other day, and I made significant progress. Like, I finished this curly Q here, and then I had the L and I think even the E done. So I finished the last name, started these borders. All that's left is the date down here, this little stretch of this border, and then the symmetrical border down here. And I love it. I think it's very classy. I'm stitching, so this is actually the DMC C823. It's that sparkly, I never remember how to pronounce it, Etoile, whatever, floss that came out. It's not as bad to stitch with as Kreinik, but it sucks to get it started is what I found, because I do the loop start method. But as soon as I get that first stitch done and kind of situate the floss, it's fine. But yeah, so I'm really excited. This is going to be done soon, and I'm going to get it finished before her 3rd anniversary. And this was a pattern that I got on Etsy, but I do not remember what shop it was on Etsy. I would have to look back. The next whip is actually not my whip. This is Ethan's. He actually asked to cross stitch. I was super excited. So we found a free graph on the internet. You know, it's one of those that you could use for stitching or use it for the perler beads or whatever. And I took him to, it didn't even have colors listed in terms of like numbers or anything. So I took him to Michael's. We picked up some 11 count Aida. I figured we'd start with 11 count because it's so much bigger and easier to see. And I let him pick out the colors that he thought would work for that chart. And this is his start. And you guys, I gotta get something behind here. Look how great those stitches are. We're doing 3 strands because it's 11 count. But I mean, he's got this down. I've been helping him with getting the new strand started and finishing, tucking it under at the end. I've kind of helped him a little bit here and there if he asks me for help, but he's doing a great job. So I'm super excited. Well, it looks like here we've got some kind of knot. What is this? Something sticking out, but yeah, it's going well for him. Now he hasn't worked on it since that first couple days, but it is what it is. So yeah, we'll see. And actually, I just bought him part of my haul. I got him his first needle minders. I kind of had to get the Pikachu, and he loves penguins. So I got, yeah, got him his first needle minders. Okay, now I'm going to go to my finish and then one other whip because they go together. This is from Meridian Designs. This is Rose and Vanilla, one of the cupcakes. And I have it stitched on even weave. And I don't know where, I cannot remember what color it is. It's in a different project bag. But this is my finish. Look at all the bling. It's got some blending filament in that frosting and the beads. You know, I thought with the daylight this would go well, but it's really not. Here we go. That's a little bit better. You can see a little bit better. So that is the first cupcake that I have done. And I'm almost done with the second. She has a total of, I think there's a total of seven cupcakes. There's the vanilla, roses and vanilla, and then the whip that I started the other night and almost finished last night is mint chocolate chip. And look at that. Doesn't it look delicious? I'm working on the blending filament part of the frosting. There's some Krynic in here for these swirls. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. This is not working either. I'm kind of moving the curtain around and driving Kevin nuts. He wants to know what's going on. So that is the second one. There's also honey maple and honey or something. Anyway, I'm going to be stitching 4 of them because I found this frame on Amazon. I'm never going to get this stupid thing back in this box now. So here's my plan. We're actually repainting the interior of the house next month, specifically living room, dining room, kitchen, hallways, stairwell, ceilings. And I picked out new a backsplash to put on the wall behind the stove. I picked out some wood panels to put on the backs of our cabinets that face the dining room and living room. So I'm kind of doing, little upgrades. So I found this frame on Amazon, and it has 4 openings, and each one is individual. So my plan is to stitch those 4 and put them in individual little frames, but this like collage of cupcakes that I can hang in our dining room. And I'm looking at this now, and I don't know what's going to happen because I liked that they all had glass, but the problem is all of the cupcakes have beads, and this is a very shallow frame. So I might have to take the glass out to fit. And I always stretch my pieces on mat board, so the mat board itself is pretty thin. But to put it in here and be able to actually get stays in to hold it in place, I might have to take the glass out. Or get really creative with the back. or find a different frame and use this one for a different project. Blurg. I'm gonna have to figure something out. But that is the end goal for this project. So that is all of my whips and finishes. I should have that other cupcake finished soon, and then I'll be starting the third cupcake, which is the maple and honey, or honey and maple. And then the other cupcake that I have is lemon blueberry. And now I'm really hungry for a cupcake. But I do have some haul that's accumulated since my last video. Still trying to kind of rein in the shopping, but I got these trims at Joann during when they had their spring, some of their spring stuff. So I got these ribbon. Look at those little carrots for Easter. And then these cords. Nice spring options for cords. So I picked those up to keep on hand. I also picked up some fat quarters, packets of fat quarters. They were in the clearance room, but they turned out not to be on clearance. Somebody had just put them there. They're Christmas fabrics, but, you know, I can always use them for backings, whatever. So I picked up that bundle, and then I bought 2 bundles of this because flamingos. Now let me show you what happened with this. Do you see the color of ribbon they tied these with? I have red ribbon lines. I'm guessing that's probably not going to come out. I'll try washing it first. It's way too late to return it. But man, was that disappointing. A little bit on that back one too. So, I mean, if I keep them and use them just for backings, no big deal. I can cut, you know, just not use that tiny section. But I was kind of thinking about trying to make a couple project bags with these, and now that's not really an option. I got this kit as a taco. I'm gonna make it for my husband because he loves tacos. I guess most people love tacos. I don't necessarily love tacos. They're whatever. So, but my husband loves tacos, so maybe this will be his Christmas ornament. I also picked up some new, I got a new needle threader. And I got some new needles to try because somebody mentioned these needles on and I cannot remember which Facebook group it was, but I was like, oh, they love these needles. I should try them because I still don't have an absolute favorite needle, or at least I didn't think I did. So I picked up these. I ordered them from Maydel, Maydel. And yeah, I wasn't necessarily impressed with the one that I tried when I tried it. I'll keep trying them. I bought a few packs. They might end up on stash unloading if I just don't care for them. They weren't super expensive, but we'll see. I'll try them again on another project. Different fabrics, different counts. I had Fabric of the Month from Under the Sea. Oh, come on! Gotta be smarter than the bag. I am apparently not smarter than the bag. This is Prosperina, and I got a fat quarter of 32 count linen. It's a very nice neutral. I wonder if this will work for the cryptid sale that the Witchy Stitcher did. I'll have to check. It might be too dark for that. I'll have to do a floss toss. I also picked up, this is Bee's Knees. I think it's Seraphim. I picked this up from work at the quilt shop. So I think it's Seraphim. Bee's Knees and Haunted. Both linens. Nope, sorry. Bee's Knees is Lugana. This was a custom die from Hand Dyed by Rolanda. She had put up a piece one day and I went to buy it and somebody snatched it out of my Etsy cart before I could click pay, and it happened to be Lori, and it was funny. My friend Lori. But anyway, 16 count Ada, and it was a custom die. I think the pictures made it look a little bit more like forest green. This is much more blue, but it's still a gorgeous piece. So I know I'll find something for it. I might do the dinosaur ABC from Clouds Factory on there. These are from, Hand Dyed by Rolanda. I also got my floss. Got my floss of the month. And then, of course, 50-yard hanks. Got a bunch of those now. I really need to start using up. Plus, I picked up these individual skeins. There was some good variation in there. And River Moss, and it just has a number, no name. Great colors. I had won a, sorry, I had a notification come in, needed to make sure it wasn't related to kids. I had won a $20 gift card to Garon Stitchery, and I got online, I thankfully remembered I had the gift card before it expired, and did a little bit of fabric shopping. So this is from Atomic Ranch Fabrics, and I've never heard of Atomic Ranch. This is Phantasm 32 count. It's like a purpley with some gray. This is a 32 count Ocean Sand, and that's also from Atomic Ranch Fabrics. This is a 32 count linen in the color Willow from Color and Cotton. Needed some neutrals. This is Fiber on a Whim, Cream and Sugar, 32 count. That might be for the cryptid sale. And then this is a Fabric Flare, 32 count linen, Beautiful Blizzard. So it's one of the printed ones. And I think it had like snow on the bottom. So I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but it'll be a nice wintry piece. And then I also picked up this scissor pouch because it had flamingos and unicorns. So I picked that up too when I ordered the fabric. And then, let's see, I had to place an order to 123 Stitch for beads and Krynic for the cupcakes. So I just threw this in the cart too, 3/4 inch finishing tape, double-sided, acid-free. This will be good for the sled ornaments, like instead of using my really wide 1.5 inch, this will be good. And I have a bunch of needle minders. Holy needle minders. Okay. 5 signs, I'm probably a dragon. I hoard useless shiny things. I eat too much. I sleep too much. I don't like leaving my cave. I have an excessive desire to flame annoying humans. Yep. And then if you're happy and you know it, clap your... Oh. Poor TRex. Come on. These are all sticking to each other because I didn't leave them wrapped in the bubble wrap because I'm awesome like that. This is, I just baked you some Shut the Fuck Up cakes, and I should put that on my cupcake whip, huh? And then this is Crowley's Crossroads Inn. One hell of a place to stay. Fine whiskey, great deals. Supernatural, so I had to get it. I'm trying very hard not to connect with people right now. And a pirate T-Rex. Somebody remind me to stop doing this. This was a freebie. Isn't he cute? This is the friend's door with their heads poking around the side. And then it's two people-y outside, and once upon a time there was a girl who really loved cats. It was me, the end. So I already have one of the It's Two People-y outside. I didn't realize I already have one, and I ordered another one. And then these are some smaller magnet minders. These are from Maples Minders and More. And look how teeny tiny they are. Look at the little magical and the little cat on the broom. And then this is a book, the dragon, what's his name? Randall Spangler is the artist. And it's the dragons with the dragon with the books. And then, and no, that is not all. Here's some wrapped. The Witcher, and then Dean. And I'm pretty sure that's from the episode when he screams at the cat. The cat that jumps out of the locker. And then we have Mulan, the flower that blooms in adversity is the most rare and beautiful of all. And then it's fine, I'm fine, everything's fine. I don't know how many times we've all said that over the last 3 years. 2 years. And then this is Bruni from Frozen 2. He's so cute. And then I got a Labyrinth needle minder, and then with a dreamy far off look and her nose stuck in a book. It's Belle. And last but not least, another supernatural and true crime junkie. It's pretty perfect for me. I need to find a way to store / display / whatever all these minders. I'm not really sure what to do about that, but I need to find something. Picked up these two patterns off of one of the Stash Unloading sites. They're both Sweetheart Tree with the findings. I just love that. It's very classic. I like it. I'm excited for that. And then this one is called Enchantment. It's just really pretty. Really pretty. So when I placed that 1, 2, 3 stitch order, oh look, it's Roxy's tail. When I placed my 1, 2, 3 stitch order, they of course didn't have all of the Kreiniken beads that I needed, so I also placed an order with Stony Creek. So I got their free pattern, because it's free, and then I picked up this, because penguins, gotta stitch that for Ethan. And I got the next pattern in this installment, Tiny Modernist. I think this is my last issue of Just Cross Stitch. I did not renew my subscription. I have so much. I don't hardly ever stitch from my magazines like I should. I just need to not have a subscription that I'm not going to use. You end up having to buy the Halloween and Christmas ones separate anyway. I did buy this magazine. This was year-round cross-stitch ornaments. I picked this up from I can't remember who. Memory Baker. What's the shop name? Anyway, they had advertised it, and I picked it up. There's some cute patterns in here, so I'll do a couple of those. Punch needle and primitive stitcher. Picked that up. The series that I had been purchasing this for is done, but I did flip through this in the store, and I was like, yeah, I'll stitch a couple from there. It's enough. So there's this one. This is Barbara Anna. I'll stitch that. And then there's this one is super cute. Wisdom of Wombats. And then there's this Biscornu. So I did go ahead and pick up this issue. Can't remember if there was anything else specific in here. Someday maybe I'll do a punch needle and actually finish it, but probably not anytime soon. Yeah, I think it was just those 3 patterns that really appealed to me. I also got my auto shipment of the Keepsake Calendar for next year. Yeah, I guess that's one way to get me to buy something because I'm too lazy to mail it back. But there are decent patterns. It gives you the calendar every time. There's good patterns. So here's 4 of them. I do like that Santa. I like the owls. Here's more. I probably won't stitch any of these. Maybe the birds. I don't know. They're pretty. Where's the rest of them? Come on, pictures. Here we go. I like the Barbara Anna, but that's a kind of large piece. I don't know if I'll stitch it. The cardinals are really pretty. I like this. So, it is what it is. I gave them their money. It's mine now. I ordered this Beginner's Guide to Blackwork book off of Amazon the other day. I love blackwork. I haven't gotten to sit down and like really read it or anything like that, but it does show some, you know, getting started, some basics, some introduction to blackwork, you know, and there's a couple of patterns, you know, a few patterns in here, some borders, you know, just, it's got good pictures. The pictures are nice and clear, so. And last for haul, I got, so the Pikachu and Penguin Needle Minders also came from here. This is Stitch and Button on Facebook, and I got this project bag, dragonflies, and a matching, I just zipped it closed, a matching thread envelope, you know, for on the go, for orts. And then I got this one too because flamingos! I love it. So yeah. That is it for today. Just to catch up, I am recovered from my hysterectomy. I then had kidney stone surgery last week. I had somewhat of a disaster with that yesterday, but I am pain-free today. Due to said disaster, I had to call the on-call doctor, and they told me to take the stent out myself. So, after some tears, I took care of that, and now I'm all set. I have a 6-week follow-up ultrasound for my kidney. I have a ultrasound at the end of this month to check on the cyst on my ovary and see if we need to remove those now, and it's kind of a mess, but ultimately I am feeling really good. I think having the hysterectomy, getting off birth control, I feel very emotionally even for the first time in a very, very long time. I think a lot of my depression and emotions, had so many issues because of the birth control and I was on birth control for decades. So I'm feeling good. I have a couple of little setbacks here and there, but I still feel like I'm moving forward in the right direction. So I'm really happy with that. And that's, all I can do is deal with it when this stuff comes up now and whatnot. Oh, that was a Romeo. Come here, buddy. Come here. Wanna come over here? Oh, it's a Romeo. Hi, buddy. Can you say hi? Look over here. There you go. That's a Romeo. I don't know where Kevin went. Kevin has discovered a new spot. He sits on the folding table in Ethan's room and watches the birds out the window because I have the bird feeders out front. So health-wise, everything's going in the right direction. I mentioned that we're getting some painting done next month. I am super excited. I hate the color of our walls in the main part of the house, and we had no way to do it ourselves when we moved in here 10 years ago. Like, it's a very open floor plan and a massive amount of painting. And so it was always one of those things where, yeah, when the kids are a little older, I'm going to just pay somebody to do it. Since 2020 and being home all the time and working from home permanently, I cannot stand the color times a million now because I see it day in and day out. So I finally said, screw it. I didn't care what Brian said. I had somebody come give me estimates, and we're getting it done. So I'm excited to have that done. I'm excited to kind of like add some personal touches and really make it feel like my space. It's up until now, it's been, okay, add some of your own, touch, but it has to match the walls that are already there. And they're so drab. So I'm looking forward to that. And then in another 2 years, we're going to have to gut and redo the master bathroom before the kids are old enough that they're showering every day, because Brian's not going to be able to fight with them for the shower every morning, where he's going to have to use the master bathroom. And the master bathroom just has this dinky little stall shower. It's stupid. So we're going to do that and paint both of the kids' rooms at that time and the master bedroom, and switch the kids' bedrooms, and give Ellery the bigger room with the bigger closet, and put Ethan in the smaller room. He won't need the closet space like Ellery will as a girl. So, and then at that point, we'll kind of let them pick some colors, repaint their rooms to paint over the murals that they have. But right now, it's good enough. They haven't complained about the murals on their wall. They're getting older, but they can deal with it. So, yep. So we are finally getting some great weather here in Michigan. I'm going to try to enjoy some of it over the next few days. Now that the kidney stones are done, I got to get back to walking on my lunch break, and I'm excited for that, and we've got some landscaping projects to tackle. But it's all coming together, and I feel like I kind of have it with it for the first time in a long time. So I hope you guys are all doing well and getting a lot of stitchy time in. I'm excited to take care of the patio for this year so I can stitch outside in the evenings and enjoy that. And I will come back soon. Next time I see you, I'll have that mint chocolate cupcake done for sure. Hopefully the wedding sampler done, and another cupcake done or started. I'm gonna try to get back within the next couple weeks. So have a good one.